sparing the time. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. All right. So just for a moment, I'm just gonna try. Okay, confirm my internet connectivity and then share this. Okay, great. So a simple question. Would you like for you and your family to experience joy, loving, excitement, happiness every single day? Would you like to experience joy, fun, without having a heavy burden of financial expenses on your head? Because the cost of living is what makes people at times, forget to smile. We all have the gift to be happy, but when you remember the bills that you have to meet up, that you don't know how you're going to meet up with them, you feel sad, you feel depressed. So tonight, you're going to discover a system that is extremely powerful, that is life-changing, that has been a blessing to everybody that's been a part of it. It's been a blessing to me. It's been a blessing to many people in Africa, and we have been enjoying it. Now, this system has given financial relief to people. There are people that could not take care of their parents, people that could not take care of their siblings, and today they are doing so with joy. Getting new cars, changing cars. This is what Royal Q and the technology you're going to discover tonight is going to open up to you. All right, so we are talking about a system that can never scam you. We're talking about a system that has operated for over 4 years, and in those 4 years has never scammed anyone. A tested and trusted technology that keeps innovating itself, adding improvements, making life easier. This technology you're going to discover is going to make life so easy for you. Making money safely will be so easy. And that's why I call it System 4.0, because it's been over 4 years and it's waxing stronger and stronger. But you need to understand that for every meaningful discussion, we need to define some terms. And one of the terms we want you to remember is inflation. Most people today are living their lives as if there is no inflation. There are people that are taking their future and playing games with it, behaving as if inflation does not exist. These persons tell you, oh, I'm in my comfort zone. I don't want to stress myself. I don't want to learn anything new. But then year after year, they realize that, oh, suddenly I cannot eat 3 square meals anymore. Oh, suddenly I cannot even have fruits with my, with my daily meals. Oh, my kids are having deficiencies in minerals. Oh, I'm not as happy as I used to be. The quality of my life has, gone way down. This is because of inflation. Inflation will keep eating up into your life. And everybody understands inflation, but sometimes we forget that inflation is real and is dealing with us. Now, here is what is happening to the dollar. The dollar is also losing value. Many people want to have a piece of the dollar. If you put your local currency and put the dollar, some people would rather go for the dollar. Why? Because they have more faith and hope in the dollar, and they've lost faith and hope in their local currency. But I'm also telling you right now that the dollar is losing value. It's insidious, gradual. What does this chart mean? In 1913, if you had $60,000, what $60,000 could buy for you in 1913, you will need $1.2 million to buy that same thing for you in 2013, just a period of 100 years. $60,000, is now the equivalent of $1.2 million. Why? Because the World War I, World War II, and the Cold War, along with bad government policies, continue to reduce the purchasing power of fiat currency. If you are here and you are head of the family, you are the breadwinner, or you're here, you have kids, or you're here, you have parents, you have siblings that rely on you. I need you to know that the money you have today is fast losing value. Over a period of 10 years, your money would have lost value by more than 100%. So you need to be careful, especially if you live in Africa. You have to be proactive. You can't stay in a comfort zone and think, oh, life will continue to be like this. I don't need to think out of the comfort zone. It's crazy. So this is the reality of life. Inflation is your enemy. It is my enemy. And the environment we want you to pay attention to beat inflation is the environment we call the blockchain. Blockchain. A lot of people have heard of blockchain and they are thinking it's, something that can only be accessed by people living outside of Africa. Well, the blockchain is a connection of computers, thousands of computers, all connected, and they can talk to themselves. Each one can talk to every other computer. There is cryptography involved. You can hardly hack into that computer network. So that is the nature of the blockchain. But I want you to know that the blockchain has a definition that is the business definition, which is simple. The blockchain is the internet of value. In other words, this value is money. So the blockchain is the internet of money. There exists a financial internet. You have the information internet, Google, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. That is the internet of information. If you want to read the news, www, go to the news website, you have a lot of news. The blockchain is the internet where everything you touch is money. So which internet do you prefer? Internet where you just be reading, or the internet where you touch and collect money? Well, the average person will say the internet of money. And that is true. But there are some dangers. These dangers are not really about the internet of money, but there are some criminals that try to position themselves on the internet of information. All right. The internet of information that is not the internet of money. And these people position their websites and use the internet of money as payment system. And so they take your money from you. They tell you that a blockchain firm, they tell you they are on the blockchain, that they are creating different white elephant projects. One said, oh, all the gold in the world is being monitored, and our token is going to be the unit of monitoring all the gold. If you buy into our token, you are these scams. They are not on the blockchain. They are just really criminals masquerading as Ponzi schemes. So the first time you start your journey on the blockchain, it is almost 95% guaranteed that you will fall for one of these scams. The first time, if you look back, the first time you tried to get on the blockchain, it is very likely you fell for Ponzi schemes. These Ponzi schemes are masquerades. They pretend to be what they are not. They will tell you, we care about you, we want to keep creating wealth for you. Then before you know it, they will lock up your money. Then they will tell you to unlock the money that they've locked, you need to bring more money. And this is the classic Ponzi scheme pattern. And they keep swindling you every single time. So this happens again and again and again. And many people here have been a part of those Ponzi schemes. They've fallen for those Ponzi schemes. They were misled. And after trying again and again and again, you have to get to the point where you say, I think I'm tired of these Ponzi schemes. I need to locate the real blockchain. All right. You get to a point where you say, I'm tired of this Ponzi scheme. There was one Ponzi scheme that was reigning in some years ago. That one claimed to be a Forex platform. At the end of the day, it was a scam. I am tired of those scams. There are some people that think that they've discovered something new as they jump from Ponzi scheme to Ponzi scheme, and that's okay. You get to a point where you are tired of those scams. The reason you keep falling for those scams again and again is because you're looking for easy money. Let me correct you. There is really no money without a little effort. All right. I agree that, it doesn't have to be hard work like, mixing concrete and cement and, molding blocks. It doesn't have to be that kind of hard work. but some little effort is required on your part. So please, my advice to you, when you want to start your journey on the blockchain, look for people who understand the blockchain. People who have gone through these various schemes and have learned their lessons. I can point you to real blockchain activities. And that's what you're going to discover here tonight. Reject those Ponzi schemes. Don't be lured because, oh, it's working right now. It's working right now. You tell all your friends. Before you know it, it will fail. Your friends will lose their money. You'd have made some money and your friends become your enemies. And they will never trust you again. Is that what you want? Well, there's a global shift in money. Money is evolving and going towards cryptocurrencies. If you still doubt this, then it means you've not been paying attention to the news. Big institutions are becoming a part of the blockchain. Even countries are now creating their own Bitcoin or crypto reserves. It is a global shift. For the first time, you hear of countries saying, we have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Look at the screen in front of you. United States, China, UK, Ukraine, Bhutan, El Salvador, Finland, Georgia, and Germany. These countries altogether have about $52 billion as, Bitcoin reserves, crypto reserves. It's a country on this list. Likely your country is not on this list because your country is still thinking that anything crypto is financial terrorism. Well, if you are one of those who feel that anything crypto is a scam, then ask yourself, why is President Donald Trump saying that the United States will be a Bitcoin headquarters? Why is he trying to make the United States adjust and embrace more of crypto activities? It is because there is much more to crypto than you understand. Money is moving to the public blockchain. Gradually, year after year, you're going to see that the list of countries that own strategic Bitcoin reserves will be increasing. But now, don't worry. If your country is not on this list, your family can be on this list. Start now to create a strategic reserve for you and your family. That is what we want you to start thinking. Think in terms of owning some of these assets and positioning yourself for grace. Now, I'm going to show you a technology that will make that easy. Well, for those who don't know, cryptocurrency is actually money. You can take some cryptocurrency today, convert it to food on your table within a few minutes. Okay? So it is money, but it's not money that has physical form. All right. Gold has physical form, your cash has physical form. This money is purely electronic, programmed directly on the blockchain, and it's super powerful. So there's a concept you need to understand. Even as we show you the technology that will help you to make so much money on the blockchain, I need to understand that everybody needs to understand that holding is part of the journey of crypto. A hodler or holder is somebody that says, oh, if the market goes against me, I'm not bothered. I stay calm. If I see it's gone against me, I stay calm. So calmness is required when you become a trader. As you pay attention to my presentation, you are realizing I'm introducing you to a system where you can trade safely, a system that has never scammed anyone, a system that is easy to use, a system with lots of automation tools, so that anybody who is a newbie without much of knowledge about trading can start making money every single day. So one big mistake people do, and I always say this at my presentations, when people want to start trading, one of the biggest mistakes they make is they say, oh, let's go trade Forex. Let's go trade Forex. That is one of the mistakes that they make. They say, oh, Forex is, people are saying that they change their lives with Forex. Now, another one, futures. They say, let's go trade futures. Please, I beg you in the name of God, when you want to trade, avoid futures and avoid Forex. As a newbie, you cannot navigate those markets. As a newbie, you cannot navigate those markets. Don't be tempted to be in a hurry to trade futures or Forex. Those platforms and schemes will keep taking money away from you again and again. Tonight, we're going to show you how you can make money safely on the spot market. What is the difference between spot trading and leverage trading like futures and Forex? So with spot trading, if I have $100, I will be able to buy assets on the Internet of Money with $100. And my profit will be connected to that $100. But you see, somebody who is trading the leverage environment, for example, could say, I have $100, but I want to use 1 to 500 leverage, 1 to 100 leverage. So I'll be operating as if I have $10,000. When he's making money like somebody that has $10,000. But when he starts losing money, he'll be losing money like somebody that has $10,000. But does he have $10,000? No, he only has $100. So before you know it, his entire capital is wiped out. So that's why we say avoid leverage market. Focus on spot market as a newbie and enhance your capabilities. Now, you can go through some rigorous trainings and be able to trade futures and forex, okay? But please, forget about those markets. Focus on spot trading, especially as you're getting started for the first time. Spot trading is buying low and selling high, and it is the safest form of trading. You can be forgiven by the market in spot trading, but you see, futures and forex cannot forgive you when you make mistakes. Welcome to Royal Q, the technology that will change your life. Technologia that will change your financial story. The AI algorithm that has been created to eradicate poverty from mankind. This technology has been in use in China. Way before 2021, it was working, and because of the globalization of the human race, this technology came out to the rest of us through Google Play Store, right, and the App Store. Now, we today, anybody in the world can use Royal Q. You can use Royal Q no matter the country you are in. It's easy, it's powerful, it's the easiest way to make money from the blockchain while you sleep. Royal Q can trade spot market and futures market. Okay? I repeat, Royal Q can trade spot market, that is, it can buy low and sell high. It can also trade futures, that is, buy low, sell high, and sell high, buy low. It can do all that. But we encourage you as a newbie to stay clear of the futures market and focus on the spot market while you hone your skills. Welcome to the future. This is a life-changing technology that's been a blessing to humanity. AI is part of our lives. There is nothing you do today that you will not be connected to AI. AI is part of agriculture. AI is part of surveillance. Big data is part of our lives. The police force uses AI. The military uses AI. To defeat the terrorists, artificial intelligence is embraced by the police and the military forces. Now, take a look at this video and see the power of AI. This is happening already today in advanced societies. Now, imagine being driven.
Oh, shoots. We're using the self-driving. Good. Man, look at that. Holy cow. This is scary, folks. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Especially if you've not done it before. Allowing something, especially when you like to control your car. But now you have an AI driving you. The world is changing, folks. You better go with the change. If you're still driving the old way, I don't know what to tell you.
Sleeping on a bicycle.
Everything is changing. Business is changing. If you're not going technology, you don't know, you're going to miss out. They're going to leave you behind. Don't let nobody leave you behind. In your businesses and everything you do. Tech is the new world, so get it going. I'm just chilling. Yep.
So indeed, tech is a new world. Don't let anybody leave you behind. Don't let anyone leave you behind. Royal Q is an AI technology that connects you to the blockchain. Very super fast application that buys super fast, sells super fast, and makes money for you while you sleep. In fact, you can give Royal Q an instruction. Hey, I want you to take a trade for me today on this coin, but trade only when the market has hit a bottom. And there's an automation tool that will quickly tell you market has hit the bottom. It will buy while you are sleeping. It will do everything while you're sleeping. If it hits your TP while you're sleeping, it will hit it, take the profit. You wake up in the morning, profit in your bank account. This is real. It works. It's the power of AI. Now, you need to know that every single day is a potential money-making day because you can make money from Monday to Sunday. 7 days a week, you can make money with Royal Q. Even on Christmas Day, Royal Q can make money for you on the blockchain because the blockchain does not sleep, right? Now, there are some challenges with trading. Being able to control your emotion, being able to analyze the market, being able to give time to monitor charts, can be very, very challenging, all right? There are some risks with trading. How do you mitigate those risks? How do you keep applying the same strategy every time? How can you save your strategy once and use it 1 million times? RoyalQ can do that for you. Now, the speed of execution of this bot is not one of those bots that executes and it delays to buy. No, it's super fast. And of course, it can handle multiple trades. So these are some of the challenges of traders that RoyalQ helps you to achieve. Now, if a person is a trader and he's used to manual trading, by the time he comes to RoyalQ, you realize that he has taken off the stress. He will be like somebody that used to walk along all the streets, to go from one point to another, jumping, walking long distances. You'll be like that kind of person who suddenly started to drive himself around town. You realize like, oh my God, I've been suffering myself all this while. That is what RoyalQ can do for you. Now, one thing important that you need to remember is that RoyalQ tells you to keep your capital with you. RoyalQ does not allow you to send your capital to anybody else. All right. RoyalQ does not allow you to send your capital to them. Unlike the Ponzi schemes that we mentioned earlier, those Ponzi schemes will tell you, send your trading capital to us. Let us trade for you. With RoyalQ says, nope. Keep your trading capital in your blockchain bank account. Don't send it to us. And I repeat, your capital will be in your control. This is why you cannot be scammed by RoyalQ. Your capital will be in your blockchain account because the username and password to your blockchain account, you own that username and password. But two-factor authentication, you own it. All right? Touch password, facial password, you own it. RoyalQ doesn't have access to all of those things. And that is where your capital will be, in your exchange account, safe. Those Ponzi schemes will tell you, please, we have our own exchange. Send it into our exchange. We are an upcoming exchange. We are connected to MasterCard and many other card providers. We are going to be the best exchange in the next 10 years. They will tell you, send your capital to us. Now, you know what's going to happen when you send your capital to them? They're going to lock up and fail you. Yeah. They'll lock up and fail you when they hit their target. And this happened to one of those Ponzi schemes. When they hit $1 billion of holding people's money, they shut down. One thing you need to remember again is that the trades are not happening on your phone. The trades are happening between RoyalQ servers and your exchange account. Your phone is a TV screen. You just to download the app, set them up and connect them, but the trade is not happening on your phone. So most times when you are in a bad network location, your phone might not be able to load the data appropriately. Don't panic. The trade is happening between RoyalQ servers and your exchange, and those two places have very good internet. Anytime you come into better internet on your phone, of course, you see the history of the trades. How much can RoyalQ give to you every single month? I've seen people make 100% in 1 week in RoyalQ. I've seen people make 50% in 1 month in RoyalQ. However, for the purpose of this presentation, we tell you to keep your mind on 10% to 50% every month. 10% to 50% every month. All right? So that's what we want you to have in mind. The question you might ask is, will you make money every day? Yes, it's possible, but take note that there will be days you might not make money because this is not Ponzi. It's real trading based on market conditions. So there could be some days that you will not make money, and then when the market picks up, money in the bank as usual. All right, so we have different trading styles. If a person comes and says, hey, I don't want to look at this bot. I don't want to think. I don't want to stress myself. Just I have $10,000, $20,000. Set it up on autopilot for me. Royalty can do that. Okay. And we'll do that on Bitcoin and Ethereum only, no other coin, because these two coins cannot be delisted. But if somebody doesn't have that much capital, then they can decide to trade with signals. Signals are given in so many groups. Signals are given several times a week. Now you can take those signals, and as you take those signals, you can make lots of money. Or you can be someone who does your own analysis and take your trades. There are several AI tools. When I say AI, I mean automation tools. You have the MACD automation tool, RSI automation tool. So all these automation tools and the ones that they will create tomorrow are to make life easier for you as a trader. So look at the MACD automation tool, for example. The MACD automation tool, you tell yourself, I want to buy this coin, but I want to buy it when it has reached a bottom and it wants to start going up. You give that instruction to the bot. And when there is that, you might be sleeping. The bot will not buy until that condition is met using the automation tool. So this is how people can make money. They enter the instructions before they go to bed. They go to bed. By the time they wake up, money, money, money in the bank. And these tools work. I did a survey where I asked people, hey, how many of you are really making money with this tool? How many of you are using the automation tool? Now, for those who took the survey and said they're using the automation tool, all of them said, oh, the tool is working and it's an amazing tool. The MACD automation tool is working and it's an amazing tool. So out of the people that responded, 34% said it's working and it's an amazing tool. None of those who said it's working said it's not working for them. None of them who said they're using it said it's not working for them. It's working and it's an amazing tool. Some people said, oh, I have not learned about this tool and I have not been able to use it. So if you're here and you've not started using this tool, please go activate it, because RoyalQ is meant to help you make money while you sleep. Our goal is to train 10,000 traders. All right, you have the automation tools, but there's much more to trading than just one indicator. So we're going to show you how to do some basic analysis, understand market movement, price action, trends, and understand some powerful indicators that help you to determine how you move in the market and how you navigate. And your training is continuous. With us, your training is continuous, and learning never ends. There is no one that will say, oh, I've learned it all. Learning never ends, but you want to stick to your strategy that's working, but be open to always learning. Life can keep getting easier and easier as you learn. Now, how much does this bot cost? Very affordable bot. It costs you just $120 for a year's license. That is like $10 every single month. All right. Super affordable. I mean, extremely affordable. Could be even more expensive than Netflix. This tool can help you make lots of money while you're sleeping. So why not embrace it? And of course, you need to add a little bit of gas fee. Gas fee is a profit sharing mechanism where for every profit you make, RoyalQ will take 20% of that profit and you will keep 80% of the profit, because RoyalQ is helping you to make money easily, right? So it will take 20% of the profit. Now, RoyalQ cannot take that money from your exchange because it doesn't have the privilege to withdraw from your exchange. That's not going to be possible. So you need to deposit some small funds into the bot, and that's where it's going to be taking its 20% per trade. Now, when it takes those 20%, it shares it to people who are helping you to trade. The company keeps a little part and shares out some significant part to everybody. Say, thank you for teaching people how to trade with us. So what's the total cost of startup? Total cost of startup is $240. Very affordable. For you to start a business today that can take you to $1 million, you need to spend a lot of money in the real physical world. All right. But on the blockchain, the bot cost of $120 for 1 year license, $20 for the gas fee minimum. Of course, if you're trading with $10,000, you need a higher gas fee. and trading capital of $100 or higher. And you're ready, $240. That's all you need. That's the cost. So there's low cost of starting a life-changing business. Now, if you have this $240, do not hesitate to get started. But I want you to know that you need to be ready to watch a few videos and start making money. All right. There's just some very short trainings you need to do on how to use the bot, and that will begin to change your life. So a couple of frequently asked questions that we have from people who are curious and also concerned. And so one question is, how long will it take for me to start making money? And we tell you can start making money within the first 30 minutes, 1 hour, 24 hours, or 48 hours of your getting started. It all depends on, can you quickly watch the videos and take your first few trades? The videos are short, they're not that long, super easy. Work with whoever is guiding you and master the skill set, how to import your strategy, how to take your trades, adjust your TP, adjust your first buying amount, boom, and money in the bank. And some people come forward, ask a question, oh, I'm so busy, I hope the bot will do everything for me. The bot will do all the work. And we tell them no, and they say, oh, what's the role of the bot if I will still have to do some work? It's not an AI bot. And so we tell them, when you buy a Lamborghini, do you still have to drive the Lamborghini? Do you still have to wash the Lamborghini? Do you still have to take the Lamborghini for maintenance? You will drive it to maintenance, right? The Lamborghini will not maintain itself. So no matter the technology you have, no matter how expensive it is, you have to learn to drive it. If you buy a dishwasher, washing machine, all right, whatever appliance, a juice mixer, ice crusher, whatever it is, when you buy those tools, you must learn to use them. Those tools make your life easier, but you must learn to use the tools. So if you activate RoyalQ, be ready to drive your bot. Be ready to drive that AI machine. If you go to ChatGPT, for you to get results from ChatGPT, you have to enter prompts. You have to enter those commands and tell it what you want. Even if it's by voice, you have to give those instructions. And the better you are at giving those prompts, the better results you get. So AI does not mean that you shut your brain down and you will not learn anything, you will not do anything. No, you have to learn to drive your bot. Some people say the bot is expensive. I don't think I have money to get started. That's okay. And we understand that the economy is really hard for some people. But the question is, 3 years time, 5 years time, if I come to you and tell you, will you still say you don't have $120? In other words, when will things change for you? Will you keep going in the cycle of, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I don't have enough money? If you keep going in that cycle of, I don't have enough money, then at what age will you start having money? Without sacrifice, nothing will change in your life. For you to achieve anything, you must make sacrifice. That's the nature of life. You must pay the price. You must delay gratification. So get resourceful. Get resourceful. Because this cost of starting RoyalQ is way lesser than many people will spend on a birthday celebration, all right? Or on their wedding anniversary. They'll spend much more than that. So we're telling you, get resourceful, find a way to get started, and change your financial story. And some people say, oh, I met some of your members many years ago. They said it's not working. Oh, they say it's not working. Now, those people came with Ponzi mindset. They came and they looked at RoyalQ like the next Ponzi scheme that will last for 3 months and run away. So they didn't want to learn. They didn't want to learn how to drive the bot. They just came in, thought that they can put their money and go to the next Ponzi scheme. By the time they realized what was happening, they realized, oh, we actually need to learn how this bot works. We don't have that time. And so they quickly say, on to the next Ponzi scheme. And so they tell you RoyalQ is not working. RoyalQ is working. And so I'm going to ask this question. If you are in this meeting and you've made money since Monday evening or Sunday night, if you've made money this week from RoyalQ, type 2 in the chat box. All right? Just type the number 2 in the chat box, because I can tell you categorically, many persons here have been making money with this market. And if you pay attention to the charts you will see that they are dropping their tool, showing you that people are making money. People are making money. So don't listen to people who had a Ponzi mindset, who just didn't want to learn. You have to learn to drive your bot, just like you learn how to drive your car. Once you learn how to drive the car, you will drive it for the rest of your life. Once you learn how to make money with this bot, you'll be making money with this bot for the rest of your life. The blockchain is here for you to change your financial story. The people making this money here, typing those tools, they don't have two heads. They're like you. So get on board, come with a little bit of patience, focus on learning, manage your risk, control your emotions, and you become a winner. Now, I have a challenge for you. That challenge is that you take 300 trades with us. 300 trades. And I understand you're saying 300. Why 300? Because 300 trades will change your life and it will show you the power of RoyalQ. 300 trades will convert your $1,000 with 2% per trade profit to convert your $1,000 to $379,000 in compounding mode. This could happen in a year or two. So imagine a system that can convert your $1,000 to $379,000 within 2 years. Isn't that a blessed system? Or a system that can convert your $500, taking 2% per trade profit, convert your $500 to $189,000 in a year or two. Isn't that a special system? Or that can take your $100 and convert it to $37,000. Isn't that a priceless technology? And all you get to pay for that technology is $10 per month for subscription. That's $120 per year. This is the best technology you can use to make money with rest of mind. You know, when you bring people into RoyalQ and you guide them how to trade, you're not afraid that they'll get scammed. You are not afraid they're going to lose their money. You are not afraid. You are confident that they will win. Now, as they trade, you realize that people gain financial relief. They're able to pay their bills. They're able to take their kids to good schools. You know, they're able to have fun. Imagine not being able to get your kids just tell you, oh, daddy, I think we want pizza, the chairman size. And you say, come on, we can't do that now. In my time, we're eating just peanut butter. Let's go buy baked beans. All right. Akara. That's what we used to eat in my time. We can't afford pizza. You can't keep asking for pizza every time. Do you want to kill me? Imagine you telling your kids that kind of thing. Because the kid simply said, daddy, I think we want to have pizza. Poverty can mess up a person's financial. You know, you have to change your financial story. Or your kids want to go on a vacation, all right? Your kids want to do something to have fun, and you say, oh, there's no money for this now. How long will you keep saying that? When was the last time you said that to your family? Oh, we don't do that because we don't have money for such. You shouldn't say that, all right? You shouldn't say that. What you need to do is embrace technology that you can use to make money. All right. Now, get back to whoever invited you, sign up, activate, and start trading. Just by trading alone, you can make that money we showed you in compounding mode in a year or 2 years, just by trading alone. However, RoyalQ has a model that allows you to be a trader and also a business builder. So you can decide to have a career with RoyalQ. So you're trading, you're making lots of money, and you're also helping other people to trade. When I say helping other people, I mean getting other people on board to use the bot, and they learn to trade with the bot themselves. We tell you that within 60 days, if you activate 20 of your friends, you're going to get a $600 bonus from RoyalQ. And that's why we say, share the opportunity. Share, tell somebody, invite someone. I mean, you can make a lot of money from trading, but you also want to maximize the bot and squeeze it. Take everything, because the bot is here to bless you. So what are some of the benefits? And when you build a team, you'll realize that even if you don't trade some days, you're going to be making money. All right. So when you build your first team of 20, as that team keeps expanding, you find out that, oh, maybe one day you were so busy, you forgot to trade, or you were not feeling too well, you didn't look at your phone. You find out that you're going to make money because from the gas fees of people activities, their trade results, you're going to be getting commissions. That is when you become an investor. If you're only trading by yourself, you're alone in your team, you are an employee. You are just self-employed doing your thing. All right. But when you build a team, then you move from business owner and even get into investor status. We have people in our team today who are making $10 every day. Even if they don't trade, they're making $10 every day. Some are making $50 every day. Some are making $300, $400, $500. And, in good market days, some make $1,000 or more. And all they did was build a team. Now, some people will say, I don't like talking to people. I don't think I need to talk to people. And you need to understand that the future of you and your family is at stake. You cannot keep remaining in your comfort zone because the comfort zone is a dead zone. Nothing grows on the comfort zone. If you don't challenge yourself to grow, you remain in that comfort zone until you realize your life has passed you by. So you need to learn to share opportunity. Even if you want to open any business in the world, you must sell that business. If you're not in sales, you're not in business. Even if you open a factory, you need to tell people, hey, I've opened a factory, I manufacture this, this, and this. Come patronize me. So if you decide to build a career with Royal Q, you're saying, hey, I'm a trader with Royal Q. I train people to trade. Come, let me train you how to trade with Royal Q. And so that's the power of this opportunity. So would you like to make an extra $50, an extra $10 every day, an extra $1,000? Then you need to build your business. Now, here's an example of somebody who has built the business for over 4 years. So this account has made over $800,000 over those 4 years. So this account, in his local currency, you can see Naira, it's 1.2 billion Naira made. So who wants to be a billionaire? If you want to be a billionaire, you need to get on Royal Q, activate your bot, trade, and share the opportunity. And in 1 month, a 30-day period, this account was able to lock in and earn $14,000, over $14,000 in 30 days. That is over 20 million in that fiat currency, in that local currency. 20 million in 1 month, just because they decided to build the business and be consistent and build it over years and years and years. So this is what we tell you, all right? Embrace sharing the opportunity because it will change your life. It will change your life. And this is another account. This person does your normal job, all right? Having a job is not a crime. Okay, the crime is when you focus on the job and forget every other thing and think that life starts and ends with that job. So somebody who is working 9 to 5, sometimes 24 hours, this person dedicated an hour a day for 5 days a week. That means minimum of 5 hours every week. Now, in a space of 1 year, this person made $14,000, which is over 20 million of your local currency, just by working 5 hours every week. Imagine just working 5 hours every week, expanding your Royal Q business, and making tens of millions of your local currency. Would that not be some level of financial relief? You can use Royal Q to plan your next vacation. You can decide that Royal Q will pay your kids' school fees. Oh, what's that school that they say is the expensive one? I will build Royal Q and I'll take my kids to that good school. Royal Q can create additional income in your life. Royal Q can help you achieve things that you currently are struggling with. If you're struggling to even feed, Royal Q can feed you well. Royal Q will feed your family well. If you're struggling to fill the gas tank of your car, Royal Q will help you to buy as much fuel as you want anytime you want, and buying the fuel is not going to be any headache for you. So we need to share the opportunity in addition to trading. Look at this account. This account has made $25,000 in a few months of working. All right. And look at the withdrawals. This person keeps money to when it's $1,000, it withdraws, another $1,000 cash out, another $1,000 cash out, keep cashing out $1,000. This is what we tell you can do if you become an investor with Royal Q. In other words, you create success for people, teach them, show them how to use the automation tools. And as they use your automation tools, they're also going to expand, and your team is expanding. I mean, this is what you can achieve. But you have to be focused, because some people just like to look for the next Ponzi scheme to jump into. All right. And when they jump in there, they tell all their friends, come, I've discovered a new blockchain. You jumping into a scam, and you're going to hurt people, and they're going to lose their money because of you. We've gone past that stage of ignorance. We want you to build with us somewhere that's something that's real, and make so much success that you can decide to go get some luxury shopping. Yeah, go get yourself some luxury shopping. Yeah. Go have fun, because you've built the business. You can take your family on vacation and go spend some money. That is what Royal Q can be for you. So I know most people here have gone through a lot of bash in the past because they tried the wrong systems, they went into Ponzi schemes. But you know what? You cannot allow your past to hold you prisoner. You can't be a prisoner of your past. All right? Break free from that mental prison of your past. Understand that you were taking your money and giving to platforms, and that's why you lost them. So now your money is in your control. All you have to do is learn how to use the bot, drive it, and keep cashing out. The first step is the hardest step, because you keep analyzing, you keep thinking, oh, will it work for me? Will it work for my family? These things work for other people. When I come in, it doesn't work for me. All right, stop that analysis. Just get in and learn. And when you learn, there's unlimited income potential. Avoid the habits of poor people. Poor people do this even without knowing. They blame other people for their lot in life. They blame their president for their poverty. They blame their politicians for their poverty. They blame their spouses. Some people even blame their children. I'm poor because of you children. I can't spend money on myself because of you children. Anytime I want to spend money, it's you children I have to spend money on. So poor people always blame people. All right. So you need to take ownership of your financial status and say, I will change my story. I will turn around my success. I will make sure I win. So you have to take extreme ownership of wherever you are right now financially, and that's the first step. Our poor people also don't like investing in their skills. So when they go to their work, they focus on the work, they count the time, clock out, and go home, drink, sleep, watch TV, Netflix, binge on Netflix till the next day. Poor people don't spend time to develop themselves. So you don't want to be somebody who comes to Royal Q and you don't want to watch a video. No, if you can't watch a simple video training, Royal Q is not for you. Okay, you have to be willing to invest time in yourself to learn a few new skills. And these trainings are free. So many of them on the YouTube channel. So you need to just go there, watch, and gain the skills. Poor people don't also understand that money has its own frequency. Money is based on value exchange. So if you're coming into Royal Q and you want money, the question is, how valuable are you? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Am I bringing much value to the team? If you're not bringing enough value, you might not be able to make those monies. So people who make themselves valuable make lots of money. So avoid those three habits of poor people. Now, I want you to embrace the habits of the rich people. Now, the billionaires, according to a Shark Tank host, said the billionaires are always obsessed about how to improve their skills. And having trained lots of traders, all right, I see people that are obsessed about getting the skill. Poor people, I don't want to stress myself. Let the bot do everything for me. The rich people say, hey, I have to learn how this works. I have to get it right. And rich people are also curious. I mean, they're open-minded to say, oh, is there a new way of using the bot? Somebody who, just activated could say, oh, this is how I use the bot. They say, okay, let me see, explain. Be curious enough to learn. And of course, discipline yourself, discipline your body, work out, move your body more, a little bit every single day, control your mind, fit body, fit mind, and your business is also going to be fit. Now, you might have been coming to this presentation several times, and you come, listen, and walk away. You come, you listen, and you walk away. So I included this dog on this slide for you. Because every time you come to these presentations, you listen and you walk away and don't change your life. Now, the reason you don't change your life is because your life seems not to be hurting you enough. All right? You've not really thought about the damage that you are doing to yourself. So there was a dog that was sleeping upon a nail, and this nail was hurting the dog, but the dog kept sleeping on the nail, making noise because of the pain, but it kept sleeping. The dog didn't want to wake up. Now, when asked, the owner of the dog said, well, probably the dog doesn't want to move because the pain is not enough. When he feels the pain seriously enough, he will move out of the comfort zone. The dog is used to that corner. You know how these dogs are. When they get a corner they like to stay there. Now, there's pain. The dog is having pain and it's feeling the pain, it's crying, and it doesn't want to change its location because it loves that location. That is how some of us are. We are going through financial chaos. We are going through financial, topsy-turvy. We are in serious debt. We cannot meet the basic bills, but we still say we don't want to talk to people. We still say we want to just keep to ourselves. You want to keep poverty to yourself. So ask yourself this question. Are you always running out of money? Now, remember the last time you ran out of money, when you needed money desperately and there was nowhere to get it from. Feel the pain of that moment in your body. The pain will appear somewhere in your body. The tension will appear somewhere in your body. Where is it appearing right now? Feel that pain. Because I need you to feel the pain so that you can change your life. What about overwhelming family expenses without any cash flow to help cushion it? When last did you feel so overwhelmed? Feel that moment. Feel the pressure on your neck, on your back, wherever it is, on your right shoulder, left shoulder. Feel that pain you felt when you could not meet up with those expenses. Feel that pain enough and ask yourself, what if I lose this job that I put my entire hope on? How will my family cope? Feel that pain and be disgusted with that pain. Feel that disgust. Feel the disgust that you can't, take your kids to have fun because you're trying to save money. When you can actually increase your cash flow and create joy-loving memories with your family. Have you ever told your spouse, we are poor but happy? I mean, who says you can't be rich and happy at the same time? Why do you think that poor people are the happiest people? Or you feel that there are no rich people who are happy? Feel the pain of your financial chaos. Now, because you joined this presentation tonight, all right, I'm moving my fingers and I want you to pay attention. You will be restless because anytime you continue in this cycle, it happens again. You remember Royal Q. And you remember the picture of this dog lying down on a nail and refusing to take action. You will be like that dog. So please remember, I want you to feel the pain, feel it in your body, and hate and be disgusted with that poverty. I mean, take action and get rid of it. You can change your financial destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, the only way to start the process of change is to feel the pain and feel disgust for that condition. If it is the accommodation where you're living in and you're tired of it, feel disgust. Say, why am I living in this? Why am I living here? Why can't I move to a better location? Feel disgust for that current place, and you will start the journey to change your financial future. So you have two options, as usual. It's a go or no go decision time. Option one, do nothing. Keep being the dumb, stupid slave, going to work every day. And nothing wrong with having a job, but you go to work every day and you don't have time to build your plan B. You'll be a dumb, stupid slave. I don't want you to be a dumb, stupid slave. I don't want you to be like that dog sleeping on the nail who hasn't felt the pain enough to change its position. Because if you continue in this cycle, every day you're going to be quarreling with your spouse. Every day you're going to be screaming at your kids because of the financial tension you feel. If you decide to do nothing after this presentation, you are deciding to continue to struggle with poverty. But if you decide to activate Royal Q in your life, you are deciding to take one big step towards financial sustainability, because you make your first $1 and you're going to be so excited with your first $1. Then you make your second $1. And before you know it, you've made $100 from trading, then $1,000, then $10,000. And if you keep going, and if you build the business, oh my God, you might just see yourself making $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, unlimited income potential. There's no limit to what you can earn in Royal Q. The cap is dependent on you. Royal Q is enough. We are trying to build a team of focused persons who believe in trading, and we're willing to support those persons throughout their career with Royal Q. We have lots of free trainings, all right? Lots of powerful tools. We have coaching calls, conference calls, interactive lively groups. We have profitable signals several times a week, leadership trainings. We hold you by the hand until you succeed. But you have to show up, right? Remember, if you want to learn how to drive a car, you have to go to the driving school and learn how to drive a car, pass the driving test, all right? You're not going to just say, I want to learn how to drive, and then you sit in your house, you never go out. You have to go to the driving school. So we're telling you, when you activate your bot, show up for meetings, show up for members' meetings, work with your sponsor, learn how to drive the bot, and you'll be milking this blockchain for the rest of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, think big, show initiative, stop procrastinating. If you gotta do it now. Procrastination is a thief of time. The big dreams that you have, you notice you're postponing doing those things, you're procrastinating. Get it done now. Activate now. Make the sacrifice now. Show initiative by looking for a leader who can guide you in your structure. Show initiative by saying, I want to be a presenter. Think big, and you will achieve success in Royal Q. I want you to live your dreams. I want your next 5 years, 10 years to change financially in the positive direction. And if you are financially free already, you just want to increase your cash flow, I really want you to take the bold step, get on Royal Q, and maximize its potential. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for finding time to be here. I'm super excited to have you, and see you on the next presentation.